So I spend about 2 to 2.5 hours with sales, and we go through some projects. Sometimes if we're really lucky, they have active projects in their hand, and we're able to immediately in their software start putting in projects so they can practice and see how it feels to really get into the nitty-gritty of what we're asking them to do. After sales, we talk to project managers because they're still in that front office. We want to make sure that they understand what steps they need to go through. And, a lot of the time I've been at companies where the salesperson is the same as the project manager. And listen, guys, I know that works. Certainly it works for smaller companies, but man, it's a big burden for that sales and project manager. You've got sort of two hats. I like to say I put all my hats in front of me. So if it's true that your salespeople are also your project managers, our system will help tremendously in them being able to navigate which hat they're wearing. But it means that they have me for a full day of training. So sometimes that's not as welcome as I think it should be. But the project manager will go through, and we have a lot of tips and tricks that I'll show them on how to navigate the system. For anyone who has had my training, I like to say that project managers eat, breathe, live, dream, sleep with Square Coil. They're everything once they get into the office, because it will really help organize their process moving forward. And it keeps them honest. They'll have projects that rot. They have projects that they're doing really well on. They have projects that maybe are going sideways, and they can easily see them with a few clicks on a button. So it's pretty awesome. I then go home. Usually I give myself a very big glass of wine as just a recovery. And then the next day we start and I talk to production. I spend some time with install. Of course, my design team. Even though they don't have a lot of interaction with the software, they're such an integral part of the sign industry. Think of your designers. They have to take secondhand information, right? Because the information's gone to a salesperson. Then it comes through the salesperson into our system as a request. Translate that information so that not only does the customer feel like they've gotten the sign that they need, but my production team can actually make this sign. It's not just rainbows and unicorns. It's actually something that can be put on paper and then put into the shop. So that design team really plays an integral part on everything that we do, really. After I talk to design, I sometimes spend a little time again with now my salespeople and my project managers because they've started putting projects in. And then most importantly, I spend a lot of time with my accounting department. We want to make sure that we've made the sign, we've installed the sign on time, the customer's happy, but we want to make sure we get paid. And that's probably the most important thing of our entire business, right? It doesn't matter how good we are. If we can't get paid, we can't eat. So I spend some time with the accounting department. We go over how our system interacts with whatever accounting software that you're using. We sync with QuickBooks Online, with QuickBooks Desktop. So if you have those, we can sync those programs together with Square Coil. Or if you're using something outside of those, I show you how to interact with those two departments.